Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto was Anos voldigoad's reincarnation part 4. So guys, let's get started. Naruto and Shion and Misha were in the castle of the demon country where Naruto had explained his plan. So that's the plan? Shion asked Naruto as Naruto nodded. You've seen it yourself, what the humans of this world are, they're corrupted. In fact, their corruption is the only reason that Moro exists. They only use their power for murder. I plan on taking this world for our kind, my queen. You've seen and suffered at the corruption of these humans yourself when they call you a freak even though you saved their lives, Naruto says as Shion sighed. Naruto was right. You're right, Anos-kun. Naruto-kun. This is so confusing. So I presume you would want me to meet you there when it's time for us to invade this world, Shion says as Naruto nodded. Well, that's the plan, Naruto says. Correct, now I must leave, Naruto says as Shion pouted but nodded. She knew that she would get her time with Naruto soon. A few days passed as Naruto decided to walk home slowly, taking out some bandits and stuff like that, or some shinobis for fun. Suddenly, Naruto avoided some kunais coming at him. Suddenly he saw figures in black cloaks with the red cloud on them gathering around him. Naruto Uzumaki, for peace, you must hand over the Nine Tails, Pain says as Naruto laughed. What claim do you have to the Nine Tails? Kurama is mine, I will not give him to you. Now leave or die, Naruto says, making Pain get mad. We will do this the hard way or the easy way. Either you surrender the Nine Tails to me or I will take it from you, Pain yells. As Naruto says, bring it on. We'll do this the hard way then, Pain says as Kisame appeared in front of Naruto, which was kind of slow to Naruto, but Naruto didn't move as he caught the sword. Ha 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 ha, fool. You're as good as dead. My sword shall absorb all of your chakra, and then you'll be too weak, leaving the QB right for taking. I can't believe that you took down Moro. I'm making a mistake in fighting me. Are you sure that you're a threat? I bet you Zetsu was just smoking something, Kisame says. Are you still speaking? The sword is broken, by the way, Naruto says as Kisame looked at his sword to see it broken, as it had just been overloaded with Naruto's energy. How did you break it? How dare you? That was a legendary sword, Kisame says as he lets out a cry of pain when Naruto's fist went through his chest, killing him. Naruto then had enough as Itachi rushed at him and yells Amaterasu. Naruto blinks, sending it at the zombies' brothers, killing them. Attacking your own friends? Well, I shouldn't be surprised after you killed your own family, Itachi, bad boy, Naruto says as he clicks his finger, killing Itachi. Did he just kill Itachi with a single click? Yells Sasori as Deidara jumped from behind Sasori and yelled, it is an explosion, as several explosions were seen bombarding Naruto. After a while they saw no movements. Ha 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 ha, it seems I won and I got the kill, Deidara says, as then he heard a laugh. Did you really think such a pathetic attack could even graze me? Naruto says, as several red energy balls formed, destroying Sasori and Deidara. How did you like my Geo Grace? Naruto says. And then there was 3. Naruto says, looking at Pain, Obito and Konan. How dare you oppose me? I'm God, Pain yelled. Oh no, I'm so scared. It's not like I've killed the ones from my world, Naruto says sarcastically before Konan got mad. She made several paper blades and sent them at Naruto, who blinked. Suddenly all of the 6 paths of Pain were stabbed to death. Nagato, I'm sorry, Konan yelled before Naruto appeared in front of her. I know you're watching this, Nagato, so enjoy as I choke her life out, Naruto says as he squeezed the life out of Konan. Pain screamed out in rage. Naruto then felt an aura of hate and rage aimed at him. My Akatsuki, my plans, you've ruined it all. You keep me from my rin. How dare you, bastard, I'll destroy you. I should have killed you that night, he yelled as the masked man appeared in front of Naruto, trying to punch him but Naruto avoided. Naruto then tried to punch Obito but missed. Naruto's eyes then saw what Obito did. I see, so your dojutsu allows you to hide part of your body in a different dimension, while making it seem that you're still here. No problem, I have a way to deal with that, Naruto says. Obito hearing this, cast a wood star, but Naruto blinks, destroying the wood. There was a gate, Naruto says, as a castle formed. Oh, a castle? And how is that going to help you? Enemy to peace, Obito mocks. A sword then appears. I'm going to show you what it means to take on the Demon King in his own castle. Come forth, Venice Donor, Naruto says. A sword? You still won't be able to hit me with it, Obito says, mockingly, as Naruto slashes the air. Suddenly, Obito felt cuts all over his body. How? Obito screamed out in pain. My sword doesn't follow logic or reason. I could cut grass and still kill you. Now die, Naruto yells, as he stabbed Obito, killing him. And with that, the monsters hunting the poor Jinchokis are dead, Naruto says, as the castle and Venice Donor deforms, going back to the demon world. Naruto is then seen entering the village. The skulls and hatred was heard, as Naruto went straight to his bastard of a father's office. Hello Naruto, I see you somehow made it out alive, Minato says as Hiruzen coughs. I'm sorry. Congratulations on completing your mission, Naruto. Here's your S rank pay. Your money has been deposited, Minato says forcefully as Naruto nodded. I will leave now, Naruto says as Hiruzen nodded. Minato was mad that Hiruzen was commanding his shinobi even though his time was over. Naruto then teleported to Delzagate, where he was hugged by Sasha. Misha was also there. How are the forces? Are they ready for the war? Naruto asked as Sasha smiled. Good, with the information you provided us, it should be easy. These people are so weak, replied Sasha. Well then, I guess it's time for me to get back to the hellhole. My magic field has detected some ninjas walking towards my house, Naruto says, as he teleported to the Elemental Nation home of his. On cue, a knock was heard. Naruto went and opened it and saw Hiruzen. Ah, Hiruzen, come on in, Naruto says. Ah, Naruto, don't worry. I've come to give you this. It's your application for the Chunin exams, he says, as Naruto smirked. He heard rumors of all 5 great nations participating in this Chunin exams on his journeys when he was killing some shinobis after the mission. Naruto read it and signed it, giving it back. For the next few days, Naruto went out on some CBA rank missions, doing some, missions, as he completed them with ease. Naruto then came to Hiruzen. Ah, so you gotten your paper signed? Well then, I heard you're gonna be solo, so be careful. Minato is mad at you for surviving that mission. Anyways, report to the academy tomorrow, Hiruzen says as Naruto nodded. Soon the end of the elemental nations is near, Naruto says to himself as he proceeds to go home and sleep. The next day, Naruto walked into the academy. He walked straight past the Genjutsu area, as he wasn't affected by Genjutsu. It's the reason why he also Tsunade as who she was, an ugly, old, deformed figure. He also saw some woman getting manhandled by some Chunin. That was tented. He could care less about some leaf scum. Naruto then entered his old class to see his old classmates as well as people from other villages. He sighed. How did weaklings such as Hinata, Sakura, Ino and Kiba get in? It's like their senses were trying to kill them. Look who it is, it's the demon, Memma says as Naruto looked at him like, yeah, it's me. Naruto then looked at him and said, do I know you? Naruto asked, making Memma get mad. He saw the other genin from other villages start to laugh. Memma was about to shout something when Kabuto comes behind him and tells him to be quiet. He then told him about the cards. Sasuke perks up with this information. Naruto Uzumaki, give me all the information you have on him, Sasuke asked. Naruto Voldigoad, the killer of Itachi Uchiha. Sasuke had the killing intent directed towards Naruto. You stole my revenge, Sasuke says, as Naruto says shut up and just walked away. Anyways, where was I? Naruto Voaldigoad, the demon king of tyranny. He had completed 500 D ranks, 60 C ranks, 80 B ranks, 100 A ranks, and was this an S rank? Mission to kill the demon Moro. He has also killed many shinobis like Obito Uchiha, Itachi Uchiha, Pain, also known as Nagato, Uzumaki, and the rest of the Akatsuki. He's never taken any damage from the mission, and he's way better than Gaara of the Sun. His bounty is $500 billion, or Ryu, Kabuto says, making everybody's eyes go wide-eyed at the money. We could become rich, was heard by some people. He is also ranked as an SS class in the bingo books, higher than your father and even your dead mother and the Sanins put together. He is just under the ranks of the legends known as Madara and Hashirama, Kabuto says. That's a lie. Memma yelled out as Hinata comforted him. Damn you, demon. Why are you trying to one-up my Memma? I was not like you, Hinata yelled. You think I like you? You, an ugly freak, never implies such a thing. You're a weak disgrace. Your family wants to marry you off for political connections. They don't care about your weak ass, Naruto says. How dare you mock Hinata-chan, demon, especially about family, when dad don't even care for you, Memma yelled. I'm sorry, I'm an orphan, I have no family, my mother died in the Kyuubi attack, Naruto responded. He honestly missed Isabella, his mother, and Gusta, his dad, from his past life. Kiba was about to get involved, but then the door slammed open, as the rest of the rookies also stopped. Enough, he yelled the proctor. Any fights will result in disqualification. And the Hokage can't stop that, Ibiki says. That was quite the drama, wasn't it, kitten? It seems like Chroma host is as strong as you. You better be careful, Mitabi told the Jinchuriki. Yes, I will be, Yugato says. As Yugato in her head was thinking, strong as me? He's stronger, he's done all those missions. Remember namikaze, Mita Uzumaki, I'll kill you for your father's sins, a black-haired girl says, looking at her targets before turning towards Naruto. So you were the one I was told not to fight and not to take revenge on. Normally, I'd think why, but knowing your shinobi record, I can see why, Kurosachi says as her rock band shined. The written test was easy. Naruto finished it within seconds and did not fall for the 10th question. He now saw a woman crashing through the window with a sign saying her name and some weird ass stuff on it. She then told them that the second test, which was to retrieve the scroll and to bring it to the tower. Naruto smirked. Begin, Uncle yelled, as Naruto with great speed appeared in front of Menma, Mito, and Sasuke, who was holding the exact scroll that he needed. Naruto then uppercutted Menma, knocking him out. Naruto then grabbed the scroll. How dare you, demon! How dare you hurt Menma! Neat sound, Mito yelled as her eyes turned red. Naruto smirked. The more she used her chakra, the less her lifespan she had. Mito rushed at Naruto, who blinked, sending her flying backwards. He blinked again as kunais that were sent to him by Sasuke were inside of Sasuke's arms, sticking him towards the tree. Sasuke, how dare you, Mito yelled as two tails formed. Naruto smirked. He then blew some air, sending her flying back. She tried to stand up and barely managed to, before Naruto was in front of her and uppercut her face, knocking her out. Naruto then teleported to the tower. Unknown to him, a laugh was heard. I must thank you for these right gifts, Naruto-kun, a snake-like man says, before he bit all of the team, remember Sasuke and Mito. Next, these will make perfect bodies for me, Orochimaru says. Naruto then arrives at the tower, opening up the scroll as the third Hokage appeared. Naruto, is that you? How did you? It's only been a minute, Hiruzen asked. I beat my siblings' team and took the scroll, Naruto says with a smirk as Hiruzen shook his head with a smile. It was bad for Naruto to have such hatred, but in his defense, Naruto's hatred was warranted. His family were dickheads. Naruto walked in and the leaf shinobi were glaring at him. How did you arrive so early? Minato demanded. What, mad I'm better than you, that I surpassed your record? Well, it's simple. I beat your children and took this scroll, Naruto says. Minato was about to hit Naruto, but then Hiruzen caught his hand. Minato, hitting a child is an offense, Hiruzen says as Naruto smirked at Minato and his side which is drier and snarly. He hurt Mema, Mito yelled Minato. In a sanctioned test, where they have signed an agreements that the deaths aren't their opponent's fault. So shut the hell up, Minato, and get back to being your Kage, Hiruzen yelled, making them back off as Minato angrily stomped away. Just you wait, demon. My kids shall kill you and free Naruto and avenge Krishna, Minato yelled as Naruto laughed as he walked towards his room. A few days had passed and the final team made it. After speaking to their friends, they were glaring at Naruto, as Naruto was the one that stole their scrolls. This was Team Menma, Mito and Sasuke. Minato rushed at Naruto rage. How dare you, demon? How could you leave your siblings and the Uchiha heir for Orochimaru to take? He yelled, as the third Hokage body flickered in front of Naruto. Naruto then looked at Minato. It's simple. They were opposition, so I took care of them, Minato. Your favoritism is showing, and it doesn't look good in front of the other villages, Naruto says, smirking. Do you know what you have done? You could destroy the prophecy, Minato yelled as Naruto laughed. There's no such thing as a prophecy, it's just some drunk-ass toad spewing bullshit. And yes, I beat them. I took the scrolls because I needed to pass the test. Now shut the fuck up, Naruto says. After all, a weak man like yourself shouldn't even speak. Or you couldn't even save your wife, Naruto says as everybody gasped and nobody moved. Naruto just mocked Minato's inability to save Krishna. Minato's fist shook as he tried to throw some kunais at Naruto, But what Naruto knew was he was trying to get around Naruto as he prepared to eliminate Naruto. Avenge Mom, Dad, Mema yelled. How dare you talk about Krishna after everything you did, after you took away from me, you demon, he yelled as Naruto laughed. He blinked, sending the kunais flying away as Minato teleported himself into a brick wall as he was bleeding. Then Minato teleported into Tsunadi's breast as Tsunade, being embarrassed, punched him, sending him flying out of the window. Disgusting perfect, she yelled out before realizing it was Minato. The third then grabbed Minato and shook him awake. Keep your emotions in check, Minato, or else I'll remove you from the Kage position as mentally unstable, Hiruzen says as Minato looked around to see everybody saying how much of a bad leader he was apart from the Konoha shinobi. Minato glared. The preliminaries were about to start. It went to canon with Memma beating Dari and Mito beating Kurosachi. The only changes were that Kiba had to face Gaara and ended up having Akamaru killed because Akamaru replaced himself to save Kiba's legs. We now go to the final match. Naruto voldigoad, boos were heard. Boo, it's a demon, kill him. Rock Lee, kill him. Beast, Rock Lee. Yes, Rock Lee, get him. If you kill the demon, I'll give you a date, Mito yelled. Naruto scoffed at his slutiness. Beat the bastard who thinks he's better than my Menmakun, Hinata yells. Demon, I shall slay you, and then I shall have the great Mito's hand in marriage, yelled Lee. As Mito's sweat dropped, she only said date, but if she managed to kill the demon, well, she wouldn't mind that. Lee then rushed at Naruto with unseeable speeds. Whoa, fast, Memma yelled. He wanted to be angry, but right now he was going to see his brother get pounded, so he didn't really care. A shockwave was felt as the ground broke beneath Naruto as Naruto caught the fist with a look of boredom. Is that all, Cock Lee? I thought you were going to be faster than that, Naruto yells out before kicking him, sending him flying into the Leaf spectators, hitting Hinata in the breast as Hinata started slapping him. Get off me, when Memma can touch that, she yelled. Lee then got up as he landed on Sasuke and Hinata, meaning he wasn't disqualified since he did touch the fool. He then dashed back into the ring before looking at Guy sensei, I need to take off my weights to defeat this demon, Lee says, asking for permission. As Guy nodded, do it, Lee, I believe in you, defeat this demon and show the power of taijutsu, yelled Guy. As Lee dropped his weights, craters were formed. He then appeared behind Naruto, shocking everybody, including Minato at his speed. Whoa, fast, everyone said, as Lee punched Naruto, only for Naruto to bring his hand to his back and catch it before swinging him across the ground and throwing him away to the middle of the ring. How is he so fast? Tsunade yelled. This isn't possible. The prophecy can't be Naruto. He's evil, yelled Jiraiya. Demon, you demon. Lee, you got to avenge Krishna, Minato yells as Guy took a breath and then sighed. Lee, do it, yelled Guy as Lee nodded. Now you'll pay. 6 gate open, yelled Lee as he charged at Naruto, pushing him a tiny bit backwards. You're strong, Lee, I'll give you that, but you're still weak compared to me, Naruto says as Lee's pride was broken. He charged at Naruto. Lee got mad. 7th gate open, he yelled as the pain got worse. Reverse lotus, Lee yelled, rushing at Naruto, who blinked, sending 7th gate Lee flying into the wall as he was knocked out, bleeding everywhere. As everyone was surprised, they didn't even see Naruto move. Winner, Naruto, the proctor says with hatred as the Lee started to boo. How did the demon get this strong, Menma yelled as Hinata was getting mad. That bastard was making her Menma angry and feel weak. Mito smacked Kiba on the head as her frustration got better of her as she started punching and beating him. As Kiba just took it as he was into S&M. Minato, we need to train the twins, Jiraiya says as Tsunade nodded. Yeah, he's too strong, Tsunade says. I agree. I will take a break to train them with you, Jiraiya and Tsunade. We'll be having them learn Sage Mode. They've been trying to learn that for years, but we'll make sure they complete it before the exams, Minato says as the pervert and the old ugly lady nodded. They then showed their opponents. Naruto's next opponent was Neji. After that, Naruto was dismissed. Naruto then disappeared and appeared in Gate. As soon as he arrived, he heard Ana's-kun and was glumped into a hug by his 2 wives. Hello, my loves. How's everything? Naruto asked. Everything is good, Ana's-kun, but when are you going to bring our harem sister? She says. Naruto chuckled at Sasha, wanting to evaluate and show Shion that she was still the main wife. Soon, my love, but first we have to focus on annihilating all the human of that world, he says. So how long can you stay, Anizi, Misha asks. For as long as you want, Naruto says. Really? Misha says. In actuality, I could only stay for a month, but that's a few years in here, Naruto says as the girl squealed and hugged him. Yes, they yelled. How's my baby doing? A voice came. Mum, Naruto says as he rushed, hugging her. Isabella, voldigoad, hugged Naruto back. Anos, I want to kill that evil father of yours myself, Anos' mum says. Why, mum? You shouldn't have to kill anybody. You're too good for that, Naruto says, not wanting his mother, the best of the family, to regret anything and get blood on her hands. It's because that monster disobeyed the laws of being a family, which is always protect your children. I hate him, she says. Mum, don't you worry, I'll take care of it. I don't want you to bloody your hands with such a disgusting, disgraceful piece of shit. And if any of my servants are making you do this, I'll destroy them, Naruto says, his eyes flaring with red. No, it wasn't them. I was just thinking about revenge for you, she says. Mum, don't worry about it. I'm not angry at you and never will be. And don't worry, I'll take care of those monsters, Naruto says as she nodded. A month has now passed. Naruto was standing in the contestant area, away from everyone. Today was the fateful day. The leaders of the strongest nations have assembled to learn their place in this world. We now go to Minato's point of view, as he stared at a prison cell. So, you like my demon of his son? Don't worry, we'll use you to control him. That'll be good, won't it, Shion? To think that demon was so arrogant to not give you extra defense. But then again, he probably didn't realize that we sent that toad to spy on him. After all, that toad has a special ability of never being sensed by anyone or anything. You are strong though. You haven't told us what the plans of Naruto is and how he was able to beat Moro. But don't worry, we have managed to figure out his weakness, and that's you, the people said, laughing. Minato then teleports to the area with Dry and Snarly with him, as well as Menma and Mito. Menma and Mito went to the stands. As Minato walked up towards the Kage area, as everybody turned to look at him. The final rounds of the Chunin exam starts now, he says. The proctor then came up to the stage. Can the first match contestants, Naruto, voldigoad and Neji Hyuga, come down? Asked the proctor as Naruto teleported into a ring, making people boo at him. Die, demon! Get lost! You're gonna lose! The Hyuga prodigy will destroy you! They yelled. When Neji entered, everybody started to cheer. Kill the demon! Avenge Lady Krishna, the savior! Beat the demon, was what was heard. At the Kages, the right Kage was mad. Your village is truly pathetic, calling a Jinchuriki a demon, he says. Mind your tongue, right Kage, and watch as the demon be destroyed, Minato says. My Aniki and A then sent a look as if he was insane, and then they looked at Orochimaru, who was actually Rasa, and nodded and smirked. They too had plans. Back at the stage, the proctors had finished explaining the rules. Are both sides ready? He asked. Both nodded. Okay, then start. Neji dashes at Naruto as Naruto stands there. 64 palms, he yells as he completes the technique. Ha 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 ha, demon. You have lost. Proctor, call the match, Neji says as the crowd cheers. The Hyuga is the child of prophecy. He defeated the demon. Yes, he beat the demon. No, Neji-sama, don't spare him, kill him, yelled the Konoha citizens. But then suddenly, Neji let out a scream of pain as blood splattered everywhere out of his body, as he could be seen making weird movements. Something like sound waves were hitting him, but he couldn't see it, but he could feel it. Naruto walks up to him. Can you feel it? Naruto asked. What is that? How are you hurting me? Neji screamed out in pain. Naruto undid his jacket. To everybody's horror, they saw his heart was beating, making some sort of waves that were attacking Neji. Do you feel it now? I mean, my heartbeat, Naruto says as everybody was shocked. Obviously a demon would weaponize his heart, said Sakura, disgusted. What's this? We must kill the demon. He's making something as delicate and lovely as a heart a weapon, yelled the Konoha citizens. Menma was shaking in anger. His stupid demonic freak of a brother who killed his mum had such a technique. Mito was scared. Menma Nisan, the demon is so powerful. Do you think we could beat him? He could kill people with just his heartbeat, she says as Menma hugged her. We'll beat him. We are the child of prophecies. We are the heroes. Don't forget, we have trained more. We'll be like Mum. We'll save this world from him. We're stronger than that Hyuga clown, he says as She smiled at him. Yeah, you're right, we'll win, Mito says. Minato, what kind of jutsu is your son using? Mai asked, as Minato was shocked, mad and scared. Scared for his Menma and Mito. I have no idea, but it's probably some sort of demonic ability he has, Minato says, playing it off, as the Kage just shook their head. Back at the stage, Naruto watched as Neji fell to the ground, unable to battle. Neji Hyuga is unable to battle. The winner is Naruto Voldigoad, says the proctor as Naruto walks off, shocking everyone as he bumps into the Konoha citizens, dropping them on the way up to his seating area, as he watched in happiness and pleasure as the fair was showing. Naruto sat and watched a few matches until his name was called up. Can Naruto Voldigoad and Gaara of the Sand please come for the fight? The proctor says as both came down. Minato smirked. Ambu, make a barrier, he said as Ambu made the barrier. Mother wants your blood, yells Gaara as Naruto smirks. Yes, get his blood, kill him, yelled the Konoha citizens. Come at me, One Tails, he yells as Gaara rushed at Naruto, sending his sand, but it turns to glass from the heat of Naruto's magical power. Is that all, Gaara? I thought your mama wanted my blood, Naruto says, trying to edge on Gaara, as Gaara rushed headfirst at Naruto, only for Naruto to punch him in the head, making him go flying back as Gaara felt something that horrified him. My blood! Mother, he made me bleed! Help me! Yelled Gaara as he was encased in sand. This isn't good. The barrier won't hold it, my Turumi says. Perhaps you will learn respect when a Jinchuriki destroys your village, Rasa, Minato. Once your village is leveled, perhaps you'll learn to respect your Jinchurikis, says A, smirking. Rasa then gives them a message in some sort of hand signs to not have the enemies attack until the barrier is lifted and Gaara is able to attack the points that will weaken the village before starting the invasion, as all of the other Kages agreed. Minato didn't see this because he was too busy taking pleasure from seeing the One Tails about to kill his demon son. The sand cocoon opened up to reveal the One Tails. I'm free! Oh look, a village for me to destroy, the One Tails says as he looks at Naruto. Oh look, they even set a sacrifice, the One Tails says as Naruto smirks. It's time to end this, Naruto says as he pretends to do some hand signs that Dry and Tsunade recognize. Minato, did you know he had a summoning? Dry says as Minato shook his head. Come forth, Naruto says as red smoke was seen, making everybody's eyes widen in horror and fear at what they saw. Is he mad? He released the Nine Tails! We're all gonna die! Yelled the citizens of Konohagakure, standing in front of them, and in front of a cowering Shukaku was the Nine Tails himself. In the Kage booth, everyone present was scared as they sensed a huge presence. Minato, what's this? Calm down, Oniki yelled. I think the idiots lost it, the Raikage says. Stop it, stop it. Can't you see mocking him that after his wife's sacrifice has been ruined? It's just mean, Tsunade yelled. He wasted Krishna's chance, sacrifice. I will kill him, I must kill him. I must avenge Krishna. I must get revenge for her sacrifice being wasted, Minato yelled, when suddenly something hit him, restraining him. Restraining seal, yelled their voice. Sensei, that was uncalled for, Dry and Tsunade screamed. It seems like Minato is mentally insane. I apologize, Lord Kage, but we will have him put into asylum after this. Until then, I'll take over as Hokage, says Hiruzen. How the bloody hell can your shinobi summon the damn Kyubi? Asked my Turumi. I have no idea. You see, my successor and my students were very neglectful to Naruto. We have no idea and no information, Hiruzen says, making Dry and Tsunade glare at him for the dig. Mostly Dry, because he was meant to be the person with all of the information, the spy network, the spy is supreme. Back at the stage, people were in fear as Naruto smirked. Well then, Kurama, finish him, but don't kill him, Naruto says as Kurama nods. Tell Beast Bomb, Kurama says, blowing up Shukaku and the barrier as several huge rocks were seen flying at the shinobi and civilian district in them. It killed some shinobis and the stands as well. Good work, Kurama. I might need you to put some leaf bastards in their place later on, Naruto says. Make sure to summon me. I want to kill that damn Minato and his close ones, my king, Kurama says, as Naruto then looks at him and nods, and then Kurama proves away. Naruto then walks away. Remember, Mito could be seen with fear in their faces. Brother, he had the QB, Mito yelled. It doesn't matter, we're the child posse, we'll beat him just like mother did, Member says, lying to himself until he believes it. Kamito Uzumaki, Member Namikaze, and Naruto Voldigoad enter the stage for a battle royale, the proctor says with fear when saying Naruto's name. Naruto teleported in as Memma and Mito came in. Beat him, Mito! Sama, come on Memma, Sama, beat him! The heroes of the leaf will kill the demon. Do it just like Krishna defeated them. You are your mother's children, you must defeat them, yelled the leaf citizens. You hear that, demon? We will defeat you. I will destroy you and the QB. The Naruto's calling you the king is proof that you're a demon, shouted Menma. Yeah, I will help him kill you, the demon, yelled Mito as the leaf cheered on the heroes. Defeat them, come on heroes, defeat the demon, kill the Ninetales as well, yelled the leaf shinobi. You are too weak to say that, Naruto says. As Menma and Mito got mad, their eyes became red as they rushed at Naruto. Naruto saw Menma coming as he kicked him into Mito. Mito recovered and used the chakra chains, making Naruto blink, and the chains were suddenly around her. What did you do to me? Mito yelled. I blinked, Naruto says. Suddenly Menma came with a sword in his hand as Naruto then picked up a stick. Round 2, Naruto yells. Ha 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 ha. He is beating him with a stick, yelled a cloud citizen who was watching this and had been pleasure watching the full Fukage sun be destroyed. I know, right? The fourth children is pathetic, yelled a rock shinobi, making Menma mad. How dare you mock me? Mito, let's do this, Menma says as he vanished back towards Mito and appeared in front of her. Yeah, let's. Summoning jutsu, they yelled as the twins summoned Gamabunta and Katsuyu. Shion, Menma says, making Naruto hear that. How do you know that name, Menma? Naruto says with a deadly tone. Oh, is the demon worried about his girlfriend? Mito says as Naruto's eyes narrowed at her. Well then, if you care about her, you will let us beat you and then kill you, and then I, a human elite, will breed her. It's better than to carry your demonic filth of her children, Menma says, as Naruto's rage started to flare. This reminded him of the time his teacher tried to kill his mother in his past life. Purple aura surrounded Naruto as everyone started to sweat and pant hard as they felt the blood loss. Civilians fell on the floor as their bodies literally killed themselves. The heart stopped working, the lungs stopped functioning. Just to get away from this aura, their bodies gave out. Minato and the Kages fell to the ground as they panted hard. The weaker shinobi had also died. That's it! I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna destroy your whole race, Naruto yelled as red mist formed and the Ninetales was seen facing the summons and the whole village, the human race once again. Suddenly portals opened up as the Demon King army came out. To Naruto's side was Sasha and Misha holding a body, Shion, who was shirtless and had scars, blood all over her. Naruto looked at her and his anger rose. You have made an army of the Demon King of Tyranny, Anna's voaldigoad. Now I shall wipe out your pathetic race, Naruto yells. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.